This is a WTJX News Brief. Governor Bryan paid a visit to the condemned buildings at 22 High Rise in St. Thomas to check on the progress of the demolition process, which began 2 weeks ago. The governor said this is a significant step forward for our recovery, and the demolition of these condemned buildings a tangible sign of our progress forward. The future housing community is going to be a low-rise, low-density, smaller community of 84 units. The apartments are going to be larger than the previous units, and they're going to be energy independent, so residents won't have power bills. Date to be completed for phase 1 of the demolition is May 17th of 2021. St. Thomas police investigating a robbery at Niski Center. St. Thomas Toby Derima has more.
On October 26 at approximately 11:54 a.m., the 911 emergency call center dispatched officers to the KFC restaurant in the vicinity of Niski Center in reference to a robbery. The female victim reported that while in the restaurant, a black male who was unknown to her approached her from behind, stuck his hand in her handbag and took money out of it. The suspect then fled the area in an unknown direction. Witnesses reported that the man may be a homeless person who frequents the sub-base area.
During that police department press conference earlier this week, Commissioner Vellenor was asked about the community's fear of retaliation for reporting crimes.
Thus far, I'm not familiar with one situation where individuals in our community have been adversely impacted because they presented information to law enforcement. Where we need to protect our members, we do, our community members. And we find different ways of providing protection and secrecy so that they can continue to live a peaceful life as best as they possibly can. So I say that to say the narrative that if you help law enforcement, there's something wrong that's going to happen to you. We as law enforcement know that we depend on that those individuals to help us. And as a result, we've done our utmost to protect those individuals who have provided us information. And we have seen not one individual who have been adversely impacted by violence because they've come forward and assisted law enforcement.
With Halloween right up the road, there's a need to be extra careful if you're one to plan some trick-or-treating.
Avoid attending indoor functions like haunted houses and costume parties. These events are usually crowded and people may scream and spread particles in the air. Avoid using alcohol or drugs, which can cloud your judgment and increase risky behaviors like lax social distancing and improper mask use. If you choose to participate in any other less risky activities, there are still some things that can be considered. If you are preparing treats for friends or neighbors, wear a mask and wash your hands with soap and water, as Director has really told us, for at least 20 seconds before and after preparing the bags.
That's your WTJX News Brief. I'm Doug Harris.